Cruz here. Your Life Applications Officer. Call myself that because I'm a firm believer that we don't get to choose. We don't get to make up our own laws of more normality, our own laws of normality. We don't get to make up our own laws of what is considered right or true. But the codes are already figured out. They're in the earth, the universe. Not a matter of pride or me trying to be something that I'm not. But too many Christians think it's not their place to say, to call it for what it is and to be honest. They think that being honest is not necessary. Had a bad day today. For anyone who knows I had a bad day today and is watching my channel. Those of you who know who you are. Those of you who found my channel. And I get to see you on a daily basis in real time. This is for you. This is also for anyone who is going through anything near what I'm going through. Today was one of them days where you don't get it. Like, it's like, why me? Why me? And I kind of know what I have to do. Because the truth is, I have to know when people don't respect me. Or I have to be able to read people's language, their body language, their speech. I have to stop thinking that people take me seriously until they treat me like they treat each other. Why would someone not take me serious? I don't act like a child. I don't act like an idiot. I'm a 52-year-old man. I act my age. I got these kids. Where I got kids, a 20-minute drive from here. Actually, a 35-minute drive. What am I thinking? Well, 20 to 35 minutes. It all depends on the traffic. Traffic, this time of night, it'll take you 20 minutes. This time of night, it'll take you 20 minutes from here. But traffic, it'll take you 35 to 40 minutes. But I got kids the same age as these guys. And these guys constantly put me in a place where I have to talk to them like they are so, like there's something they're not. Meanwhile, they're treating me like I'm something that I'm not. I'm not a baby. I'm not a victim in a mental institution. You ever seen a woman who, I remember one time when I was working at the YMCA as the housekeeping supervisor. There was a girl there that came to work out. She was a topless dancer. But this topless dancer went to church. Her boyfriend was an average guy from the neighborhood. He wasn't nothing special. And people every day go to these bars 5 days a week to see, I say 4 days a week, to see topless dancers, to see nude dancers, women dancing the poles or whatever. So when I met this woman, I did not know that she was a topless dancer. I thought she was just a nice girl. And then I realized that there were people who knew she was a topless dancer. And they felt that because they felt that prostitution, okay, or, you know, flashing your breasts in public, dancing to the beat, whatever, because they felt that was like the unpardonable sin, like that was the worst thing you could ever do. I think the worst thing you could ever do is kill your own kid. But they felt that this woman was just pure evil because she's a topless dancer. But she was the kind of girl that would help people. You know, I mean, she would take, well, she's used to taking her blouse off, but she would take her blouse off for anybody. She'd take her shoes off for anybody. She's a sweet girl. And as a Christian, I didn't agree with her lifestyle once I found out about it. But she spoke to me one day like I'm speaking to this camera. She said, well, you know, a lot of people don't like me because I'm a topless dancer. And my boyfriend was abusive to me, and he did drugs for a while, and now he doesn't do drugs anymore. And we broke up for a long time, and then we got back together. And she loved to talk to me. And I think the men were jealous because they had one thing on their mind, and they were afraid that I was so, and she never tried to talk to any of them. She just talked to me. And the ladies just thought she was just so dirty and nasty, like, what a slut, you know what I'm saying? But she didn't sleep around. She was a topless dancer. She dances topless, and she goes home to her boyfriend when she has one. But she wasn't doing both. And all of a sudden, all these women who don't pay me the time of day, they want to tell me you're getting too close to her and blah, 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 blah. I think it was more about her being pretty and somebody giving me the proper attention. Now, as a Christian, I was never going to do anything with this girl. Okay? I mean, she paid her way. She paid her bills when she came to my place of business. Why is her personal life anybody's business? This is not a church. This is the Young Men's Christian Association, but it's not a church. She's not getting up there to be a preacher. She understands that she's very secular. She understands that she plays on people's hedonistic feelings, and she gets paid for it. This is the thing. I ain't no topless dancer. I'm not a topless dancer. I'm not a fornicator. I'm not sleeping with my mom. She's dead. I'm not sleeping with my mom. I'm not practicing incest. I'm not sleeping with, an underage kid. Have you ever worked around somebody that has a very controversial lifestyle? And 9 out of 10, whatever they're doing wrong is already done. It's not like they're constantly still doing it. It was something that they did, and they're known for that. Now, don't get me wrong. I stay away from people who have controversial lifestyles, especially in my personal life. Now, in my work life, well, you're doing a service, so you got to deal with them. And that was the only way me and this girl knew each other was through my job. But she's a very sweet girl for someone who was, had a lot of power in her looks. She could use her looks to kill an army. You know what I'm saying? She was powerful in appearance. The perfect skin tone, the perfect hair, the perfect body from head to toe. But yet, and I think I had to call the cops on a guy one day. I almost called the cops on a guy one day who came to my place of business. He saw her in there, and he started saying derogatory things to her. And she was getting offended, and I told the guy, I feel like I'm at the job that I'm at now. When I was doing this, I told the guy, maybe you don't want to be here if you don't know how to be respectful. And she left very upset. That's the first time I ever seen her get upset. She left very upset, and I found out from the guy who she was. And I heard rumors, but this guy really spilled the beans on her. She's a topless dancer. And he said a bunch of other stuff. But I says, but you never ever paid her for sex. She turned you down. And the guy went to saying dumb, crazy stuff like she led me on. I thought she wanted to go to the, you know what I'm saying? He got weird. So here we go. I'm not a topless dancer. I'm not a fornicator. I'm not gay. I'm not sleeping with my mom or my daughter or an underage teen. I'm not transgender. I'm just a guy. I'm black. That has a lot of scrutiny in it. I think that's part of it. I do think that's a big part of it. It always will be. Nobody can deny it, black or white. You can't deny that your color, the color of my skin, is under scrutiny, is under attack. That's not going to go anywhere. And they'll use what other black folks are doing to punish me because I'm there, because I'm here. But I'm not a topless dancer. I'm just a guy. Why am I under so much derogatory statements every day? Why am I being treated like I'm a topless dancer? Why am I being treated like a prostitute? Why are people treating me like I'm a nasty individual who you can't take seriously? You have to just make jokes when he's in your presence. You can't speak to me real. You have to speak to me in derogatory statements. You have to speak to me by making jokes. Because I'm not meant to be taken seriously. Why? Why? I'm just a guy. And they want me to think that my height is under attack. Let me tell you something. I met a cop just today on the beat downtown Pittsburgh that was shorter than me. A cop. I could have kicked my foot over his head and brought it back to myself before he even saw it. He was short. Then as soon as he walked away, I seen a guy walk past me. He had to be about 4 feet. He was under 5 feet even. He had to be 4 point something. And I've never ever felt like, oh, there's a short guy. Look how small he is. He's really tiny. I gotta say something. For what? Did he do something wrong by being short? And I understand that people want to joke. But again, God made us the way we are. We were born this way. God don't make us gay. God don't make us transgender. God don't make us dance around the pole. God don't make us be a topless dancer. God don't make us practice incest. Now, my job, I understand that and I'm just saying all these different things because these are things that will get you picked on. When you are gay and you dress the part and act the part, and then you hang around certain groups of people, eventually someone's going to find a way to throw it up in your face if they don't feel that they'll get any backlash for it or get in trouble with their employer for it. They're going to find a way to throw it up in your face. If somebody, we can sit there and try to tolerate, okay, and be non-homophobic all we want to, okay, but there will always be people that are offended by it, and they're not going to tolerate your presence, okay? Just like these women at my job when I was working at the YMCA. These women who didn't give a squat about me, now they want to care about me because this lady is a topless dancer. She's beautiful. And they know that she doesn't work like she used to. They know that a guy like me, she could throw away her career for a guy like me. And they know for a guy like me, if she was to be a pure girl and give up that lifestyle and hook up with a guy like me, they know that I'd be King Pharaoh. I'd be the king. Because she was gorgeous. From her hair to her toenails, she was gorgeous. But, she understood why people say things. Because she wasn't very proud of her lifestyle when she was practicing it. She wasn't very proud of her lifestyle. She wasn't very proud of the fact that people caught her in action. And she gets to see them at the gym. They came to her place of business, seen her naked breasts at the place of business, at her place of business, and now she goes to the Y on her day off, and boom. Her clients are in the room making fun. I don't have any clients. I'm not a prostitute. I'm not a topless dancer. I don't have any clients. I've seen people commit suicide because of the same issue that I'm going through. And I want the world to know, who may look at this camera and think, man, he looks stupid. Boy, is that an idiot. If God don't want me here, he can take me out of here. God don't want me here, he can take me out of here. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. But I'm not no topless dancer. I'm not, just because I'm black, that doesn't mean, and it definitely isn't, that I'm into drugs, that I'm into hustling and any type of theft or anything like that. But at my job, I work for a company that has a bad reputation as an employee or as a subcontractor for the company. We have a bad reputation. but everybody is different. I mean, all cops aren't alike. All blacks aren't alike. All Mexicans aren't alike. All Native Americans don't live on reservations. Some of them live right next door to me. They live in the inner cities and they have discommunicated themselves or excommunicated themselves from the pack that they might make more sense. So we say. But I'm not. I'm an American. I think I speak great English. I think I'm a good Christian. And I love everybody and I forgive everybody. I'll let bygones be bygones. But people seem like they're out to hurt me. People seem like they're out to hurt me. I don't understand the point in constantly using me as a laughing stock, constantly taking shots at me all throughout the day. Just because you think the company that I work for is a joke. I don't know, because everybody else works for a different company. 2 different companies, same office. We're supposed to be working together, but that's not the way it is. I've seen people commit suicide because of what people say. I've seen people commit suicide because they lost their temper. I've seen people attack people knowing that they were going to go to jail. They made sure that they attacked them real good and put a bruise to them, put a bruise on them that they would remember them by. Because everybody is not meant to be made fun of unless they're making fun. I don't understand what they're trying to prove. I don't understand what it is they want from me. But I'm not a prostitute. I'm not a topless dancer. I don't have any drugs to sell anybody. So why are you playing like, oh, bang, what you doing with your phone over there? I caught you doing something on your phone. Oh, I caught a video you did, on YouTube, on Facebook, near the hospital, near the place of business. You name it. Okay. Am I the only one doing YouTube videos? Am I the only one on Facebook doing live videos? Everybody I know does live videos. Everybody I know at least on Facebook, is on Facebook. Now YouTube, half the people I know are on YouTube. And I gotta admit, not many of them have a YouTube channel. Their own YouTube channel. In closing, I don't know if you've ever been through this. But God warned us in the scriptures that the devil will, if I believe in the devil is out to devour me when he sees that I am pleasing God, when he sees that I am making sacrifice for God. The devil comes in like a flood when he sees my sacrifice, because he don't want me to sacrifice from either end. But I will not hate. I will not be suicidal. I will not be depressed. I will not give up without a fight. I'm a man of very, very few friends. And a very, very, very slow, quiet social life. And I kind of thank God for the quietness in my life. I thank God for that. I take pleasure in being a nice person, even though nice guys finish last. I take pleasure in being a good, moral, nice person. I take pleasure in abstaining from fornication, even though most men, when they commit fornication with a woman, they feel like they've just scored a touchdown. They feel like they've just got in line with everybody else. They've just joined the Joneses. They've just arrived to their destination, to their point, once they start having a sexual relationship with a female. But again, why me? Is anybody else going through this situation like I am? Or anywhere close to it? But I believe in myself. I believe in myself. And if it wasn't for the prayers that I had prayed today, before and after going to work, I think I would have walked off the job today. It's hard to tell people that there's a problem, because you don't want to be a big baby. You don't want to be a whiner. This is what you need to do if you're going through what I'm going through. First of all, if you're a Christian, you need to understand that this is one of the enemy's favorite things to do. when he sees your self-esteem in God, not your personal self-esteem, but your self-esteem in God, because your personal self-esteem could be blind self-esteem. But your confidence in God, not a blind confidence, but a confidence because you know you're there to study and learn and humble yourself as an adult. But when you're in line with God, that's something to feel great about. But a lot of people are depressed because they look at the world around them and the way people talk to them and the noises and everything's all about them. I'm not going to make everything about me. My life is just a vehicle for my soul to travel in. And God has great plans for me. But I got to be careful because the enemy, the devil, loves to destroy faith. He loves to destroy trust. He loves to make enemies between two people or a pack of people that could be the best of friends. But that's all I want to say. The Bible talks about in the book of Psalms. The book of Psalms is all about us walking in perfect harmony with God, and our hope and our expectation is in the Lord. It's not really in our jobs. It's not really in our social lives. It's not really on whether or not we have a girlfriend or don't have a girlfriend, a wife or whether we don't have a wife, but our whole life is wrapped up into what the scriptures say and whether we believe those scriptures and we know how to defend our faith and our trust if those scriptures are misinterpreted or treated like they don't exist. But I'm glad to be a Christian. I don't apologize for what I say as a Christian. I don't apologize for my so-called bigotry. I don't apologize for being a nerd, if that's what I am. But if I hurt you, I will apologize. If I upset you, I will apologize. If I made your day or your week anything but pleasant, I will apologize, because that is not my intention, to attack and hurt and mock, make fun of you. It's my intention to show myself friendly, as the Bible says, in a spirit of evangelism. That's it. D-Roy Cruz, your Life Applications Officer. Thank you for watching. I will talk more about this coming up this Monday and Tuesday. Have a great night.